Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is David, this is David K Reacts, and here on this channel I ramble with articulation, I hope, about a variety of different musical, audio and video elements of the videos that I watch. And today we're checking out a video that I have wanted to check out for a bit because this band keeps popping up on my social media and friends have recommended them to me and folks amongst you have recommended them to me as well. And that is Halocene. They're an American band who apparently this was one of the songs that kind of blew them up to a whole new level, which is their cover of Enter Sandman with Violet Orlandi and Babic. And I have had none of these artists on this channel before, and so it's a triple whammy of new people in an amazing song, like one of my favourite songs. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know a crazy amount about Halocene. That they keep, as I say, I keep seeing them everywhere, and I keep hearing these little snippets and getting really excited and wanting to check them out. So I just figured this was the right time to do it. I don't know. I know they're American, and I know very little about them. Again, I'm having a couple of weeks here where I've been really busy. I have a really heavy week ahead of me. I'm the director of a convention that's about to happen, and so it's just been all guns blazing recently. So I'm not doing my usual amount of research that I sometimes do before these, but I also find it fun sometimes to come in unaware and just be fully surprised. I know Halocene's an American band, I know Lauren is Canadian, and I know Violet is Brazilian-American, I believe, and I know very little else about them, and I'm really excited to hear. I believe Halocene is primarily, it's Addie is the vocalist and Brad is the guitar player, and I believe they're a married couple. I think I have that right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And they are sort of the heart of the band. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with this. Enter Sandman, absolutely iconic song, released in 1991 by Metallica. Something I didn't know about this until relatively recently is Kirk, the guitarist who came up with the riff that is so faint. Like, you hear that riff, you know straight away what the song is, unless you never heard it before. Was actually inspired by Soundgarden. And their album that came out a couple of years prior. And I just think that's really cool. I love it when bands are, they recognize their inspiration that's sort of given them to give rise to a particular song. And I love that. And I think originally the riff happens 3 times, and then there's the sort of turnaround on the 4th occasion, the da 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 da, and then you have the da 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 da. And I believe originally they went back to back. It was just 1-2. And then they decided, no, let's do 1-1-1-2. And so you get that really cool build, and that it becomes that 4-bar phrase that we all recognize. This song, absurdly popular, of course, charted at number 1 in Finland, which doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Number 2 in Norway, number 4 in Ireland, number 5 on the UK singles chart. Number 1 in the Canadian retail singles chart, I think it was. It didn't do quite so well in the US, which surprised me. I did note... and I have now lost my note of where it came in the US chart. Billboard Hot 100, it made it to 16. Made it to number 10 on the mainstream rock. But I'm sort of surprised it didn't make it high into the top 10 of the Billboard, to be honest. If you ask me, it deserved to. But... I'm slightly biased. I love this song. And I'm very excited to see what Halocene and their collaborators do with it. So I think I'm going to say welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. If it is the way this works, I'm going to watch this through from beginning to end, commenting and emoting over the top. I will then go back and watch it a second time, this time pausing, interrupting and offering what commentary and analysis I feel I can, based on what I've just seen and heard and the foreknowledge of that one prior viewing. If you are just here for the reaction, the first quarter or so of this video will probably do it for you. And please do check the description down below. You will find a link to the original song and to Halocene, Violet, and Lauren's channels. Please go and check them out. Support the artists. They are the people who did the work. I am simply analysing it. That said, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons and the notification bell, and if you'd care to support the channel, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, at patreon.com/DavidKReacts, or by leaving a super thanks here on YouTube, and any of those very gratefully appreciated if you should choose to do so. And that's about it. You'll notice I'm in my... If you haven't been to one of my videos for a hot second, I'm back in my new space again, but I am still working with the setup I had last week, which means I just have my laptop and a single monitor, so this is a tiny bit more clunky, so there'll be a couple of cuts here and there while I switch screens and all that kind of stuff. But yes, I am very excited to get into this. So without any further delay, here is Halocene, Violet and Lauren, and their cover of Enter Sandman. Awesome. Love this. Great sound they've got. It's such a wonderful build-up to this song. I'm glad they kept it all in. I've heard people cut it short and it loses something. Woohoo!
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone.
Oh, she's got such a great voice.
Your wing, war within, keep you free from sin till the saving comes.
Yes.
Sleep with the one eye open.
Yes, Harmony.
Gripping your pillow tight. Exit light. Enter night. Take my hand. Up to never, never leave.
Woo! I like that.
Something strong, shut the light. Heavy falls tonight, and the yarn of Snow White.
Oh, I love the drop.
Dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons fire, and things that will bite. Yeah, sleep with the one eye open, gripping your pillow tight.
Yes. This is phenomenal. Awesome. Exactly. Oh, I love where that sat in the mix. Amazing. Woo, yes sir. Amazing guitar work from Brad.
Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord.
Why do I feel like Lauren's going to come in with something in a second?
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. And never mind that noise you heard.
It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head.
Ooh. Oh, I like that. Yes. Woo. Yes. Wow. Yes!
Wow!
Amazing.
Yeah! Let's go!
Off to Never, Neverland.
Take my hand.
Off to Never, Neverland.
Take my hand.
Off to Never.
Neverland.
Ooh, I like that. Yes! Oh, wow, that is good.
Thank you so much for watching. If we get this video to 20,000 likes, we will team up again and do nothing else.
I'm assuming that got blown
Check
out
out
of the
the
water.
other two songs that we did with them, Bleed It Out by Linkin Park on Lauren's channel and All the Things She Said by Tattoo on Violet's channel. In case you didn't know, we just
Okay.
released an original
They're on the
song
list.
featuring Lauren Babic called When Demons
Oh,
Come
Babic.
to Life.
Sorry.
There may or may not be a little cameo in there from our Violet. You just have to go back and check. Give that a listen, and if you like it, we have a t-shirt available exclusively for Demons, and it's only available for a limited time, so get it while you can. Thank you so much, and see you next time.
Sorry, Lauren, for mispronouncing your name. I apologize. Let's have a look. Let's see. Did we get 20,000 likes on this video? We got 75,000. Yep, that doesn't surprise me at all. Let's have a look at the description, see if there is anything I should know. Oh, wow. Brad did the mixing and the mastering as well. Talented man. But they've got... Oh, they're closing on 1 million subscribers. Well, I'm adding one. Because holy smokes, that was incredible. If you're not subscribed to these folks and you like what you just heard, head over to their channel. Let's get them to 1 million. Not that my small channel will do much, but let's make a dent in it, hey? Because smokes, they're good. That was insane. There's a lot of people, if you ask me, who could take note of... not that I'm saying other people don't do a good job, but that is how you do a cover well. That was remarkable. It's true to the original, but they're also putting their own spin on it at various points. And everybody, all 5 of the people that we see in this video, get to put their own spin on it at one point or another. And I absolutely adore that. And the fact that we have this amazing 3-part harmony coming in at various points just is cherry on top. Absolutely. That is extraordinary. Love that. Let's go back to the beginning and... we're going to watch this again, and I'm going to see what I can pull out of it, because this is just fantastic. FYI, because if you're going to start with a title card or in this case a band logo, make it look cool. They achieved that. And I love that they wait for that full set of 4 bars to go past before they switch to Enter Sandman. Beautifully timed, of course. Expected nothing less. And that's just, it's such a great thing. But I want to go back and look at a couple of things here. Firstly, I love the sound that they've got on the instruments in this. It's really, really kind of, it feels right. The sound is excellent. I think the way they're mixed is fantastic. The EQ that they've got on it is superb. They've really, really got a good sound here. I also really like that we start in, because this is how this song starts. This song starts, and they are starting their arrangement just on the guitar. And I love that that's our focal point for the opening shot. We just see the guitar, and straight away we get this really effective lighting that we've got here. These lovely hanging sort of Edison bulb type things going on here. But then this teal light coming in from the one side and the magenta light coming in from the other. We've seen that combination before. I can't remember what video it was. Something that I did. Was it? It was... oh, goodness. I've forgotten. I'll put it up here. I don't know which side to point at because I'm not looking at OBS right now. But it was in one of the video... Rachel Hardy's video, wasn't it? During Arcane Month had the teal and the pink, I think. Somebody did, anyway. But it's such an effective colour scheme because they are complementary colours, in the sense that there's no clash there, but they also stand out separately. So I think it's a really, really nice choice for the studio, for Halocene themselves, to have that combo going on. Very, very effective. But then we get this really cool thing in a second too. There. We get this lovely visual light halo around Brad, and it's such a nice touch of just going, look, here he is. Here's the guy that's doing what you're listening to right now, you know? And especially because the logo's there as well. I don't know if this is part of the logo, or if this is an in-camera effect, or if it's an added effect afterwards, but it's extremely effective to have that with him just center shot, and then this surrounding him with these bulbs in the background, and this kind of punch of orange. And it's a very warm look to the screen, right? Yes, there's the cold teal in the corner, but the screen as a whole is very, very warm, and it's inviting. It brings us in very easily. And then we fade back, and now we just have this punch of the two colors and the bulbs themselves, but now we've gone back to this darker look. And I think it's a lovely way to sort of just start things off. Just that flash. Great. And we cut back to that first shot. Even though we're going to cut back to Brad here playing the ostinato again, we cut back to that first shot for the chord. And I think that's actually really, really effective, because it's slightly, even though that's where we came from into this shot, it slightly differentiates that moment. And again, okay, so I'm pretty sure that that flash and the halo is part of the intro, because now that I see it's come up multiple times. Did it come up for Enter Sandman? I wasn't paying attention then. Yeah, so it's a part of their logo. And it's really, really effective as just a way of starting things off, because it's just that boof, that little pulse of light that just kind of adds a little something to the front of the video, and it's very, very effective. Again, this lovely tone on the drums, this low tom that he's playing here, it's got a real nice punch to it, but there's a lovely amount of reverb as well. And it's so important for something like this, where that one drum is being featured so heavily, to actually have a really, really good sound on it, and they've nailed that. I also like we see a bit more of the paneling of the wall behind the drummer there. And notice how the drums are white, the guitar is white, the microphone is white. There's lots of white in this video, and it's all catching this magenta and teal that's going, or cyan, that's going on here. Very effective. And again, a cut to that close-up shot of the guitar when we bring in their dun 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 dun, so we see what's going on for a second. It's nice. They're showing us everything. There's nothing left to the imagination here. We don't need to wonder, oh, is that the same guitarist? Is there somebody else? We see it every time. Incidentally, I believe Hetfield, when he actually recorded this, recorded 3 guitar tracks so that it would just be this wall of guitar sound. I believe I read that somewhere. And that is so good. Notice that the cymbal snare hit that happens there is offbeat, but that's what we use to cut to the other singers. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And so it's not on the 2 and the 4, it's just before the 2 and the 4 on the drum hits, which is a lovely bit of editing there, because we're cutting not with the beat, but with the emphasis that's being given to the beat by the offbeat drum, and that's a really nice choice. Also note, sorry, I keep spotting things that are really cool, but note we have not quite magenta, but very close to magenta light in Lauren's camera, and we have cyan light in Violet's camera, so that same color thing now wraps us in even more. We bring these two into the world, even though they are very clearly in a different space. There's no doubt about that. But they're looped in by the use of color in their own videos. Also, again, the white hair, just picking up that cyan over here. Really, really nice. They're such good colors because they highlight really nicely. I like the use of. I'm picking up because I mean the playing is spectacular here, very very clean. But I've sort of talked about the sound a little bit already. I'm loving that the camera is not still. We're getting a little bit of motion. It pulls us into the scene a little bit. It makes it feel a little bit more live, even though obviously it's not. But it gives it that little quality of. We're seeing it from a perspective that is not just like frozen static. Excuse me. Oh, the cleanliness of that double bass there as well. Really, really lovely stuff. This is great because it's so far so similar. Like, they're not pushing the boundary yet. It's lovely because we're getting let in through familiarity, and they're going to break away from that very shortly. But I love that we just start off. If you were just listening to this, you'd be like, oh, they updated the sound. Not quite. But you know what I mean. That we're in that realm, and yet it's about to go somewhere completely different.
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone.
Fantastic quality there. I love Violet's voice. It's actually tricky to say when you're not thinking about it. Violet's voice here. It's slightly lower register. It's a really, really effective sound because we know kind of what we're expecting. We're getting something very different, but we're still being let in that lower register sound, even though, obviously Violet's voice is completely different. It's nice because there's all these little things that are cueing us in. Also, a cool thing I like with these split screen shots that we've got here, presumably because of where... I should know the drummer's name. I didn't actually even see it in the description. But where he and Brad are, notice that Brad is picking up more of the cyan, drummer is picking up more of the magenta. So again, we've kind of got this thing of different people, different colors and all that sort of stuff. And I love this use of split screen so that we can see everything that's going on. They use that really effectively in this video, and I think it's actually very potent for what they're doing.
Don't forget. Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone. I suck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin.
I love that just in the background there, we hear Violet harmonizing with this underneath Addie. Addie's voice, a little bit more aggressive. There's a bit more of a quality to it that Violet didn't have. So we get the difference in voices straight away. Very, very effective.
I suck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Savior comes.
And there, if you hadn't picked up on the harmony yet, which is quite possible because it was quite far back in the mix, as soon as Violet comes on screen and you see her singing, it cues you in to hear that there's another voice there. And so it kind of, it's a little insidious in a way, in a very cool way, where it kind of like you suddenly go, oh yeah, there is a thing going on there.
Win, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Savior comes. Sleep with the one eye open.
And I love that, like, Lauren comes on screen and we go, okay, great, here comes another solo, and you get blasted by this unexpected harmony. It comes out of nowhere suddenly. Like, there's no 3-part harmony in the original, and it's so good. I love what they've written harmony-wise for this. It's a beautiful arrangement. Really, really effective, and really kind of punchy.
Sleep with the one eye open, gripping your pillow tight.
I also love that we don't get the extremes of their voices there. We don't get that scream from Lauren. We don't get the riffing from Violet. Like, everyone's holding true to the song. They've just added harmony, and so they've still got further to go. I always talk about evolution in music, and they are evolving every single time they come on screen and doing something different, and it's so cool. And I really love this shot. Just the three of them, the split screen thing. I think the white is actually a really nice choice because there is so much white in this video, especially in Halocene's set. By set, I mean like not musical set, physical set, and their instruments and things like that. And I think this is extremely effective.
Sleep with the one eye
And then all of a sudden we get the unison singing. We've got this lovely harmony that's rich. And then the individuals, the individuals come together, and the sound itself gets more powerful because now everybody is boosting that melody line. Really effective. And then all of a sudden up the octave we go, and now we're starting to play. Like the harmony was just the beginning of it, and now you're going, okay, we're going other places as well. Also, beautiful sound up there. I love that extra push, having that extra octave up there. It's just really bringing everything forward. And it doesn't take away from what the other two are doing, because they're still the core part of the melody. It's just this awesome embellishment up the top. And this breathing that's going on in the background is so cool. That's what that is? It's sort of a little bit lower in the mix. Have I got how's my volume? Oh, my volume's not actually that high. Let's blow my ears off with this. I feel like that's necessary. That's so cool. Oh, now I can hear it better. It's actually an exhale. Very, very effective as like this extra level of percussive quality, but also vocal. So it's kind of tying different elements together to form a different sound. Really cool.
Something's wrong, shut the light, heavy falls tonight, and the yarn of Snow White.
I love that drop. It is so cool because you come into it full tilt. Because they hit that da 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 da, and the downbeat, because it's 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to, and then so the da da happens on the and the one lands, but it's almost their cue to drop away. Da 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 da. It peels away from there, and it's so nice because it allows them to effectively ambush us with this quiet little electronic use of the ostinato in the background and this real focus on the vocals. This is so good.
Something's wrong, shut the light, heavy falls tonight, and the yarn of Snow White.
And then just out of nowhere comes Lauren with this scream, which is so good. It's like you expect something like that might come along in a couple of minutes where she gets her line, but no, it's this interjection over the top. And you're like, wait, what? So good.
Tonight, and the yarn of Snow White. Dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons fire, and of things that will burn, yeah.
And I love how much they play with different voices entering and leaving as well. Like, they're really having fun with this. And that's also so because you get the that drop out there in the rhythm.
And the yarn of Snow White.
Dun, 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 dun. And that time they do hit the downbeat, which is not where that hit would come normally in the song. They're messing around with the rhythm now as well. I love this. Every step of the way we do something a little different.
Tonight, and the yarn of Snow White. Dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons fire.
And I love that we got dum 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 dum, whatever the rhythm is, but just this bass and the drums going underneath. The bass fairly quiet in the background, still focusing on the vocals, just providing this little bit of rhythm in the background while we focus on this really cool vocal moment. It's awesome.
Dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons fire, and of things that will burn, yeah. Sleep with the one eye open.
And then that scream in the back, and I love that we get the scream in the background, but when we see Lauren, she's singing. Great choice.
Sleep with the one eye open, gripping your pillow tight.
And this shot's fantastic. Like the first time you get all 5 of them. I think it's the first time you get all 5 of them on screen at once. Really, really effective. Lovely, lovely stuff. In this build, it's not on the downbeat going into the chorus. It's on that build as we go through the bridge. Or pre-chorus.
Gripping your pillow tight.
And now how full is that sound? Like, it's just as full as it was the last time, but somehow it feels bigger because we keep building throughout the song. Every single time it gets bigger, it gets bigger, it gets bigger. And whether it actually is or not, it tricks the ear, it pulls us with it. And so it feels bigger in the moment. I think it actually is bigger, but that's not the point I'm making. But as a side note, I think it's actually bigger. And this time we actually get that full-out scream coming through, and it's just on top of all the voices. But now it's pushing a little bit forward in the mix. It's so good. And even that moment there is quite great. We don't get the delineation for a moment, although we know it's Lauren that's screaming. We don't quite get the full delineation, but we can hear everybody doing their thing a little bit more. Again, another evolution. And such mastery of this, like, it's, how clean is that the whole way through? Really, really, really good work on that solo. Lauren obviously has the guitar in the background, clearly plays. I love that she's just like, no, I'm going to add guitar along to this. It's great. That man clearly had so much fun with that solo. Like, seriously, Brad's having a whale of a time right now. And I love this re-entry so much, where it's there, da 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 dum dum dum, and it just comes back in. We've had this huge sound, and we've gone to the huge instrumental section, and now we pull back. I love that moment in the song so much, and they do it so well. I love that Brad comes in to do this give and take call and response. Here, that's fantastic. I love this imagery. It's so cool. I said in the thing, I was expecting Lauren to come in and kind of do like a screamy version of this. I'm actually glad she didn't, because what they did was better, like saving that up for a second. But I was sort of expecting her to do the second half of this almost. But this is so effective, and I love that you have, obviously, the women's voices kind of give that slightly more youthful quality that you have in the original as well.
Down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take.
And I enjoy the fact that they did that with the sort of slightly psychedelic visuals as well, because it kind of gives it this very unsettling quality that works really, really nicely with everything that's going on here. I love it. Like, it really enhances that nightmare concept that was where the original song came from, right?
If I die before I wake.
Also, I love this small detail, but just I love that when Addie has her hands up on the mic, you get the light really, really clearly, and I think this lighting in this video is so well done, and visuals in general. It really, really is. It's difficult not to comment on it because it's awesome.
Pray the Lord my soul to keep.
And notice even here, I don't know if this is a flipped video or whether they deliberately rotated the lights, but I love that here you get the reverse of it. There's that kind of, you know, everything evil, everything's backwards kind of thing going on. That's very effective.
Pray the Lord my soul to take. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. And never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast.
And this I love so much. You get this lovely deeper quality from Violet, and then Addie comes in over the top, higher and more aggressive in her vocal tone. It's a really, really nice switch.
And never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head.
Oh, such a good moment. I love that they hold... 1, I love that you get this beautiful harmony. 2, I love that they then hold on to head. 3, I love that you then get the slide up at the end. Which is...
The beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head.
That is so good. I love that as an addendum. And then I love that on top of that, it goes into the key change. That is spectacular. And now everyone starts playing. Like we've hit... this is the climax of the song. Everybody starts doing their thing, right? You get this note from Addie, straight out the bat, just this long, held wail over the top. You get the scream from Lauren, now really a bit more punchy and a bit more forward. This lovely kind of poppy riff over the top coming from Violet. Everyone's just starting to play a little bit more. We're getting real individuality. We've had that lovely cohesive harmony. We've had unison singing. We've had little hints of different things that they do, and now we get all of it. And that chord that they hit there. And I love the choice there where you get the really big scream, push in on Lauren, have the screen vibrating, like really push that point home. Lovely stuff. But that chord is just beautiful. And then everything ups. The instrumentation the guitars get heavier. The drum double times it or double pedals it. Like everything's pushing. All of a sudden you got gone from laid back into full gear, and it's not laid back, but you know, it does have whilst the song is always pushing through, it actually sits. It's one of the things that I like about it. It's very rooted, and here it's kind of picking up pace and pushing forwards a little bit, if that makes sense. Da, 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 da. Like there's the quality of that even is different. So good. Oh, that lovely night. What a lovely riff. And then you're off to never... Way up top there. Wow, that's so clean. This time a little bit further back. Last time the high was much more punchy and forwards. This time it sits a little bit further back, kind of in a more balanced mix, because it's going to cut through because it's so much higher, so it doesn't need to be full. They've deliberately done it previously, but this is where it's like, no, this doesn't need to. This can sit back a little bit and just be a part of the whole. And that just held, and then the whoa at the end. It's so effective, and I love that it just comes out of the land. I think it's the entry that Lauren has there is disguised by the downbeat, right?
Love to never, never land.
Or not, it's actually an upbeat. Dun-dun-dun. It's cut in that little drum beat there as she comes in there, I think, because you don't really hear an onset or a glottal or anything like that to begin that. It just comes out, and it's so effective.
Love to never, never land.
So good.
Yeah.
And again, that in the background, just kind of like adding that little element to the side, and then we get these riffs over the top. This is a fantastic outro.
Let's go.
Oh, and that echo too as well. Did everyone? I think. Yeah, wow, 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 there's one there. More of a decay there. It's like there's a lot of reverb on that voice, so it takes longer for Eddie's voice to disappear. Sort of almost in between there. There's a little bit of echo to Lauren, but it's still very reverb heavy, and then here we get this echo. So good. So good. And then this almost, like, you know, it's this time it's the lower element that's almost a little bit stronger, and it's almost casual. We're after Never, Never Land, which, having had so much force in the song, it's almost startling to have this very casual moment. And I love how much reverb is on that vocal. It's so beautiful. Just this ethereal quality by being so kind of having so much extra space around it. Oh, before we hit this final little bit, I love that. I love that we have that break in the rhythm in the instruments. We're off to never land. There's that pause in the vocals. The instruments come in, I think, a fraction, or maybe they don't come in late. Maybe it's that trick of that audio. Actually, no, sorry, I'm wrong. The instruments come in, they have that same little upbeat. It's the change in Never Land. That change in that rhythm there actually tricked me into thinking the instruments had also adjusted. But then we get this beautiful pause in the vocals there where they come in on that Neverland. That hits, then it slows down. They're not slowing down already. It slows down on this long-held note, which is fantastic. And I love that as Violet and Addie slide down, Lauren switches into Scream again. That's so cool. I think that's double tracked, actually. I think she slides down as well, and there's another track of her screaming. But it's very effective that that's where it comes in. And I love that we have this settle, and then Addie settles again. She comes down a little further. Really, really effective there. Just kind of puts that little final touch on the resolution. And then that adjusted final bar of the ostinato there to finish off. That is such a cool ending. Fabulous. And then that echoed guitar just fading away. That is brilliant. Oh, just whack the mic. That is so, so good. These guys are fantastic. Every single one of them. What an amazing cover. I am blown away by what they did with that. It is absolutely epic. it's just this. The best thing you can do with a cover, in my personal opinion. Yes, you can just cover something and do what they do, kind of try and mimic it, essentially. You can also do a version where you try and put your own spin on it, and then there's putting your own spin on it, but then there's elevating it with your spin, and that's what they've done here. It doesn't take anything away at all from the original. The original is still phenomenal, but there's something about them bringing a slightly different take on it that adds to the original. It's not just a sidestep, it's actually a step forwards in its own way. And some people won't like that, and that's fine. But I actually think that's fantastic, and they did that so very well in this song. That is incredible. It's such a powerful take on it, but it's also got these real touches of care and precision in what they're doing, and this use of this 3-part female harmony is phenomenal. I love the screaming, I love the embellishments that get added in there, the rhythmic changes. They nailed this. Absolutely nailed what I don't know what I was expecting coming into this, but now that I've heard it, I love it. Absolutely fantastic, wonderful stuff, and I hope you enjoyed that too. I hope that in the last 4 years or so, I think it's 4 years since this was released. Let's double check that, because August 2021. So coming on for 5 years actually. I hope in that time, this has had over 4 million views. Hopefully some of those are yours, and if I've just introduced you to them, go back and listen to them some more. I know I'm going to. But it's just remarkable, and I hope that at the same time I was able to bring something to you that made you go, oh, that's why I like that bit, or I hadn't noticed that before, or oh, that's really cool. That's kind of what I'm trying to do with these videos, and if I've achieved that, I'm a very happy man indeed. I think thank you to those who've recommended Halocene to me over both on and off the channel over the past, it's probably been a couple of years, I would think, actually, and certainly since they started, I've started having to dodge them on. They're one of a few bands I'm dodging on social media right now. I've got them all flagged as need to check these folks out, but yeah, that was remarkable. What a wonderful cover of an excellent song, and I hope that you enjoyed that, and thank you very much for being here with me. I really appreciate the time that you spend with me, especially if you are still here at the end of the video. Please do hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell, and if you would care to support the channel, you can head over to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, where you could leave a one-off donation of any amount you would like. You can head to patreon.com/DavidKReacts, where you can sign up for $2 or $4 Canadian or your regional equivalent, and that will give you access to my Discord and allow you to support the channel in an ongoing way, and later this year there's going to be a little bit more going on there as well. Or you can leave a super thanks here on YouTube, and any of those very gratefully received if you would choose to do them. And that's about it for this week. So again, thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is that you happen to be watching this. Let's go for 8:46 a.m. See if somebody's watching then. But do take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.